In this slide, we are going to demonstrate the arteries, the vein, the arteriole and venules, and we are going to see some blood capillaries. If we can see here, this structure here, this is an artery, and here, this is a vein. So if we increase the magnification, we can see here, this is the artery, and here's we have the vein. In the artery, as I said in the lecture, we have three layers. We have the tunica intima, tunica media, and tunica adventitia. The tunica intima, which consists of the simple squamous epithelium, the endothelial cells, okay, and just beneath this epithelium we find the layer of a connective tissue. We call it the subendothelial connective tissue. Sometimes we can see there is the internal elastic lamina which limits the tunica intima from the tunica media. Inside here we can see the area of the tunica media. We can see the smooth muscle. This is a muscular artery. The blue thing here we can see here, this is the connective tissue. This slide was stained by Masson trichrome stain. And this stain, they stain the connective tissue with the color that almost like blue. So this is the area of the tunica media, and the area that we can see here, this is the area of the tunica adventitia. We can see here, this is the area of the connective tissue. If I increase the magnification, we can see these cells here. All of these cells are the simple squamous epithelium. All of these cells, the name of the cell is the endothelial cells or endothelium. So in the exam, if I ask you what the name of the cells, you should tell me this, the name is endothelium. Classify this epithelium, it should be simple squamous epithelium. What the type of the artery? The type of the artery here is a muscular artery. Name this layer here. This layer here is the tunica adventitia, which is a dense irregular connective tissue. If we go here to the vein, again we are going to see the same layer, tunica intima, tunica media, and tunica adventitia. And we can see here that the tunica media is not as large as we can see it in the artery. Sometimes the tunica media is absent, and the well prominent feature and the most developed structure will be the tunica adventitia. And sometimes we can see in the tunica adventitia there is some smooth muscle. Again, the cells we can see here, this is the simple squamous epithelium. All of these cells are the endothelial cells. If we go back in magnification, we can see this structure here. This is an arteriole. As I said in the lecture, arteriole have tunica intima, tunica media, adventitia. But one of the features that the tunica media only contains 1 to 3 layers of the smooth muscles. So again, if we increase the magnification here, this is the tunica intima, this is the tunica media, and outside here we have the tunica adventitia. Again here we can see this is also an arteriole. This arteriole, again, we have one layer of the simple squamous epithelium, and we have one layer of smooth muscle, and the area around it, this is the area of the tunica adventitia. So if we move around this slide here, can see this is adipose connective tissue. This is a venule. See here, this is the squamous epithelium, and this is the tunica adventitia. If you notice that the arteriole, mostly the wall is regular because the wall is reinforced by the smooth muscle, whereas in the venules the wall is irregular. Just want to show you this part here. Again, this is a vein. We can see here, this is the area, tunica intima, tunica media outside the tunica adventitia, and we can see that the wall is irregular. Similar here, this is the area of the venule. We'll go to this area here. So this is a vein, medium-sized vein, and we can see here inside, we can see the valve. As I said, the valve is an extension from the tunica intima. So from outside, we can see it's covered by the simple squamous epithelium, and in the middle, we have the subendothelial connective tissue. So this is a very good example for a vein with a valve. You will never find an artery with a valve inside it. See here, we have the area of the arteriole. Again here we have an arteriole. See here, we have another vein with the valve. And the small structure here, again, this is a venules. But here, where we have just only the simple squamous without adventitia, most likely these will be a capillary. Here we can see this is a nerve, this is the axons, and this is the perineural connective tissue, the perineurium, and this is the space, which is the perineural space where we have the cerebrospinal fluid. If we go to this part here again, this is the area of the nerves, and we can see here there is some myelinated. See this one here, these are the myelinated axons, where we have a smaller one. This should be the non-myelinated, and this is a bundle, and this is the space, the perineural space, and we can see here all of these structure are the myelin sheath. As I said, these are similar to the donuts or the car tires. See this one here without a myelin sheath, all of these are non-myelinated. And the connective tissue here, this is the perineurium, and the space that we found here, this is the perineural space.